All right, Denise, we're ready.
Okay, so I guess the first thing I want to show you is how to add content for the instructors and bootcamp instructors, because we're actually using those. You're referencing those on some of the other content types, like I think programs. So we'll have to have content in there already. So we'll do that first before we go to programs. Okay, so again, for entering content, in the administrative menu at the top, if you go to content and then add content, we'll start with the bootcamp instructors since that's first. So just click on bootcamp instructors. And there's only a few fields here, so it's pretty simple. So the title, you can just enter whatever title that'll be good for keeping track for administrative editor purposes. So I guess let's say Jim Smith. Instructor photo, you'll just add in obviously the photo of the instructor if you have one. That might be bigger than 2 megabytes. Let me just try to add something I know that's smaller. If I have anything. I think one of these is yours. Let's do it again. You have a 2 megabyte. I have a lot of big photos on here, so.
Yeah. I noticed that it does restrict on size limits. That's good.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just add in that so that way I know that's for him. So the full name, you'll just put his full name. That's going to display. Position, whatever position he is. Let's put CEO. And this would be your hover text. Whatever you want there. And then that's it. You just hit save. So we just added a bootcamp instructor.
Okay.
Pretty much the same way for adding a regular instructor is just go to content, add content, instructors, and then just fill in the same, they're pretty much the same fields. It's just a way to distinguish them both. And I've got to find another photo again. Okay, once that uploads, and then you just save that. So right now we have a bootcamp instructor and a regular instructor entered. So I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll add a location. So to go to add content and then locations. Okay, and this is going to be the title. So let's say we have one for Berlin. The hero, you have an option. You can add a slider, a video, or a static hero. So I'll just do a static hero for this one again. And I'll just upload that same image that I just did. So this is going to be the images I'm going to show at the top of the page, which I'm still trying to get perfect. Okay, this will be the heading on the page. That'll go right there. The subheading, if you have one, that's optional. Or if you want to have text below the subheading, you can enter that here. This would be a call to action is if you wanted to add a button or a link to the actual header, you know, apply now or whatever you want to put there, a call to action. That's optional too, of course, but I'll just add one. Okay, the city, I think we're Berlin. Okay, so you just...
You see where it says URL is account planning for you. That's the account planning page, correct?
So yeah, oh, okay, yes, I got it. Actually, it's a good point. So if you start typing in here and you see a drop down here, this is internal pages. So these are pages that already exist in a site. So if you click on one, it'll automatically link to that. The number in the parentheses is the node ID number. So now, just leave that as is.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. If that's not filtering by any particular criteria, that's just showing all the pages that are available on the page.
Yes, exactly. So you can link to whatever you want through this page. You can also link externally. And if you want to do that, you have to put in the full URL. So you can just do like Amazon.com. If you wanted to link to that, you know, if you have an external URL. The city, again, that's just the autocomplete. So you just start typing. Just make sure that when you enter a city, that it matches, you know, the actual city that you're creating this for.
Right.
Location heading. would go here. That's going to be like the main heading on the actual location page, which you'll see. The location image would just be whatever image you want to show here. Did I pass my little images? I have so many on here. Sorry, I should have had them separate.
All right.
Okay. That'll just be my location image. Hover text. This can be required or not, depending upon if you want. I can disable that.
Text that goes over the image?
This is going to be when you actually hover over the image on the location index page. So it'll say like Miami, you know.
Can we enable that to index image hover text or something like that?
Changes to index image, yes. Actually,
so it's referencing the fact that it's the hover for that particular image.
Okay, let me just take note of that. Index image hover text. Yeah, okay, got it. Okay, and this is like if this is could be the main heading, and then again, if you want to, you know, smaller text below that, like if you put Miami, and then underneath that you have to put a little text for whatever reason. You can leave that blank if you need to. Location description, this would just be the actual content on the page. Admissions person, and I know you already have admissions people created, so just make sure that you're selecting whichever one belongs to this person. This page says with Berlin, so I'll just select that one. The image grid. So this here is on the locations page. There's actually going to be the intern and study abroad section, which is going to be that image grid that you see on some of the other pages where it's like 6 images.
Correct.
So that's what this is right here.
All right, so we'll probably want to relabel that as well. But I'll find you the label.
Yeah, whatever labels you want to change, just let me know because I can just change them easily.
Okay.
You can do that right in the interface. I can even show you how to do that. So if you want to go in yourself and do it, either way, I can do it for you. So that's what this is. I wasn't sure what you wanted to label it to. So these are the images. So basically, I wonder if I don't know if I need this entire thing required. But here you would upload 6 images. So you got to make sure though that when you actually add in images that you're uploading 6 of them, because otherwise, you know, the layout won't look right because it's built for 6, you know, 6 grids. Is that bigger than 2?
It may be.
Oh, probably is. Darn it. I know this one fits. I'll just keep uploading this one.
That 2 megabytes, is that something that's being limited by Drupal or is that limited by the PHP?
That's the PHP.
All right, so if I wanted to up that, I can do that.
Yes, you can do that. Because I think typically by standard Drupal, it makes a max of like, I think it's 5. But I guess the PHP must have it at 2. So this is the image grid. So you can just put a heading here, subheading here, hover text here if you want any of that. So I'll just keep uploading the same image and make it go quick.
Yeah, that's fine. While you're doing that, let me ask you a quick question. If I upload an image to something, for example this, and then I decide to remove it, will me removing the image here also remove the physical file from the file system? Or will it leave that lingering file?
I believe that file is actually in your file system, so it'll still be in the directory.
So even though you've deleted it from the page or the page itself, the files will continue to exist?
Yes, I believe so.
And is there any way for us to occasionally go in and clean up any lingering files like that?
To know which ones are not being used?
Yes.
That is a very good question, actually. I can do a little research on that.
Okay.
I'll check that. I'll make a note of that. Okay. So that's a good
point.
point.
The issue is that I know that Pippa and Kristen will be experimenting with different images to see which ones work best. And then it would kind of suck to have, tons of images in the server that are not being used.
Right, that makes total sense. Okay, I'll look into that. if there is a way or not. I think, how much did I upload? Okay, so, okay. Sorry, they hear something outside.
Oh, somebody's mad at you.
It's so annoying. Okay, so I uploaded the image grids. And now the accordion. So if you wanted to add an accordion to the page, you can do that here. So this would be title 1. Then you would have the text for the accordion.
Okay.
And you can add as many as those as you want. If you wanted to, if you decide you wanted to move one of them above the other, you can just use these little crosshairs. Just click it and then just drag it.
Okay.
If you want to delete one that you created, just hit remove and then confirm removal. And on the location page, you have an option if you want to add a button to the sidebar, like apply now or whatever. If you want to link to something else, you can do that here. I'll just link to something internal. Okay. You can add as many as those as you want as well, unless you want to limit them. Just let me know. And then that's it. And then just save and publish.
Now, this template is not yet working, correct? Or yet is?
Yes. I'm trying to finalize everything. I actually have stuff on my local, too, that tweaks and things to the templates. But yes, so I have the templates there. I'm just trying to put the content and everything in the right place. So we just have like 2 words for the description. So it kind of looks blank and empty. Okay, so that's entering a location. So if you go to advertising school at the URL at the top, I just got to push that down a little. Ignore the little padding, but basically these are the locations.
Okay.
And okay, so that is adding content for locations. So I guess next we'll do the main program page, like art direction, copywriting, digital design, things like that. So just go to add content and then go to program page. Program cities for the individual program city locations, as you know. So program page. So let's say we want to do one for digital design. Digital design, okay. Here, see, this page is actually going to have the which program, I believe, the top of the page. Is that right, Pablo?
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
I have to look at my designs, but is this the one that has the which program is for you at the top of the page? It lists all the programs, the main program page?
Yes, the one that says which program feels like you, and it has the list of programs by category.
Okay. So then, in that case...
Well, correction, I'm sorry. That would be the index for all the programs.
Oh, okay. So this one, we need the header.
If you actually click on it, it has a hero at the top, or a slider, or a video.
That's right. Okay, perfect.
And it has a description and all that. This is the one that has the countdown.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, okay, good. So you just enter the title for your program. In this case, it'll be digital design. Again, if you want to add a slider, you would just hit slider and then add slide, and then you would just be asked to upload your multiple images. I'm going to actually just do the static because it's quicker.
Yes,
so I don't have to add a bunch of text. Okay. Okay, and this is the heading if you want it to appear. Okay, and this is subheading and text if you want that to appear, and a call to action. All that.
And fill out heading, subheading also, just so that
sure.
As we're going through, we can see where everything populates or should populate.
Sure. Okay. And call to action. Okay, so that's all the fields for the heading. Now, next thing would be program type. So basically, just select which program it belongs to. So let's say this is a portfolio program for digital design. So when you click on whichever the main category is, it's going to auto-populate the next one to select.
Perfect.
Okay, so this will be digital design. Okay, and this is actually the heading for the page. So here you can type whatever you want the text to be. Welcome to.
When you say heading, are you talking about the part that says become an art director or something like that?
Yes, so this is like the main heading, kind of like on the actual page itself, like in the description, right above your description text.
So would the person have to enter the text and the body copy, or just the heading?
Both. This is the heading. I'll show you when I save it. So this will be like when you look at the page, you'll have you here at the top, and then underneath of it in the design, it'll say, like, I don't know, welcome to art direction or something of the sort. And then underneath that, it'll just be the copy for the page.
Gotcha.
So that way people know like what page they're on as well. I mean, that could be different from whatever you have in the heading as well. And this is optional too. This could be a little snippet of subheading text that goes below that on the actual copy. And I'll show you where these appear. And this is your body text. Okay. So all your text will go here. Okay, so what I did was I added a field. If we need to change this, just let me know. The countdown on the pages also have a button in the design that says like apply now.
It has 2 buttons, but I think Pippa may have told you just one. Oh, no, it has more info and apply now. I think it would have, no?
Okay, so I have it as multiple, but if you want me to just change it where we limit them to one, whoever's going to be entering content, just let me know. I can switch it so they only have to be able to enter one. It'll say like apply now.
Okay. If you enter more than one, will they line up horizontally?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, then I'll probably let it. We'll probably at the worst case limit it to 2 buttons.
Okay. Yeah, because you probably don't want any more than that because then it won't look right. Okay. Yeah, just let me know because I have to change that in the configuration. Okay, so that's what the small countdown timer button is going to be. So that's going to be the buttons that are right below the countdown. Okay, and this is the program index content. This is actually going to be, you're limited to 1. And what this is going to be on the
program. On the index page?
Yeah, on the index page. This could be like a little slider or an image or whatever that's going to appear. Digital. Okay, and this is a subheading. And this is the description for digital design program. Okay, and then if you, actually, I think I can remove that field. Why are you still there? Ignore that for now, because I think I have to remove that. I think that's actually, I have it set to automatically create the button. Somehow it's still there.
Make sure you make note of that so you don't forget.
Yeah. Okay. Next. Okay. All right, so here we have the images. So let's say I have, let's put the same one. Okay. So let's say I'm just going to show those 2. Okay. And program info block, the difference is we can rename these if you need to. This is actually going to be the blocks of content that are actually displaying on the program page itself. You know how it has like text, and then to the right or left of it, it'll show the image. And then you'll have another section of it. Goes down the page. You can add as many of these as you need to.
That's staggered left and right?
Yeah, exactly. How it alternates left and right.
Okay.
Block. And I'll just do 2 of them so you can see.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. And we need an info block image. We'll just see the same image on the page.
That's fine.
Okay, and we'll add another one. Okay. And I'll leave the call to action button blank so we can see what it looks like if it doesn't have it. Okay, and about. So this is actually the about text that's going to display in the sidebar on the page.
Right.
If you want to change this, you can. If this is good, just leave it as is.
Okay.
But that's what I got, I think, from your current site, I believe, or from the design. So I just copied it and put it in there. But this is actually default. So if you want to change this to whatever.
Yes, I mean, people will tweak it as needed.
Okay. Okay. And then sidebar content. So this is any content that if you want to display in the sidebar or not, we have an option for a button or text. So let's say we want to add another button for.
Line now or something.
Yeah. Okay, let's say add some text too below that.
Now that menu where it says select location, is that auto-generated, correct?
Select a location, yes, that's automatically generated, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, and that is it. So after you fill in all the necessary fields that you need, just save and publish. And I'm still working on, some of the theming for this, but basically, this is your heading that I was referring to, where you can say this is for the page heading. So welcome to digital design, or whatever you want. This is a little subheading that falls below it, and then this is the body text. The sidebar content that I just showed you, this is what that is. So by default, I had it set as this. So if you don't want people to change it or whatever, we can just have it automatically display that. Otherwise, they can go and change it.
It needs to be tweaked, yeah, so it's perfectly fine.
Okay, good. And then the select a location that you see here, this is automatically generated. So basically, any city that has this program will display here. So, and the blocks that I was referring to that are staggered, this is block 1. And I did alter the size, so if she needs to tweak these and make them less wide or whatever, just let me know. So there, you can add as many of those down the page as you want. And if there's other...
We may want to tighten up the spacing a little bit, but let us play with it first, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, just let me know, because that's just a matter of moving text and aligning and whatnot. Some of the content that you added that you might be wondering, like, where is it? I'm actually working on the template, making sure this is laying out as it should be to match the design. So, but for the most part, that is it. Select a location. So Hamburg, I think is the URL. The URL is a little off. I'll fix that, but that'll link to the Hamburg location. But that's basically it for adding content for the main program page. So that's program page. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So now, if we want to add content for an individual program city, let's go to content, add content, and then program city. And this would be, let's say...
Is that city or that's this program?
Wait, which one did I click on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the URL says no add program, so just...
Yeah, originally when we created, that's just a machine name for Drupal's purposes of what the machine name for the content type is when we originally created them. So you can just ignore that. That doesn't make a difference. So the program itself, so let's say we have, I don't know, copyright in Miami. So we know what that is. Here, you have your hero and static hero and things like that again. City, just select the city.
Can you add a hero? Make sure it's all...
Yep.
I know it's going to be the same one over, but it's fine.
Okay, that's the hero. Program, again, just select the program. This is copyright. Oh, I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Wait, no, that's right.
No, it's copywriting.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, the drop down is correct. The top is
Yeah, it's the top is wrong. Wait.
ing.
Copywriting.
That's okay. We're don't worry about the spelling. We're just gonna publish this all over the internet.
Okay, so here you just select your program. So here's copywriting, your city again, Miami. Portfolio pieces, these are the 6 images that display at the top of the page below the hero.
Correct.
So these, let's upload whatever images you like. And if you want it to display some hover text here, you can. We can change the labels again for that. I'll just do it for the first one. Okay. A few more to go. How many was that? I think this is the last one. Okay. Okay, so there's all the 6 images for the top. Okay, and this is the main heading for this program to page displayed. So the little help text is underneath of it. So placing it, as you can see. And again, we can change the help text too.
Okay.
So if you want to reword that, just I can tell you too how to change that.
I'm pretty sure that as we start using it, we'll get a better idea as to what we want to
Yeah, so exactly. Right. Okay, so here's an accordion for the program page. So here you can add in accordion's title, let's say title 1, and some text. Let's add in 3 of them. Okay. The admissions person, you're just going to select the admissions person for that location. And again, here's the small countdown timer button. So this could be, again, internal or external. So if you start typing again, it'll start showing you all the internal pages we already have created. Otherwise, you just have to type
later,
in.
you're going to show us how to set the correct timers, right?
What's that?
How are the timers actually set?
So I'm actually working on finishing that up now. So that'll basically be pulling in. Right. Okay. So the program city page counts down to, what is it? The application deadline, I think.
Correct.
The program page is counting down to like the main program page, whatever the next deadline is for any location for that program.
Correct. But I think they're all application deadlines, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think they are. So that's how that. This is a link. Okay. Okay, so here are the courses for the program. So here you're going to have the, so in the course section, when we look at the page, right above the courses, there's going to be a section. So you can say like, let's see what that is. say courses in Miami, but here where it actually says courses, add a course, this is where you're going to physically add the courses for the program itself. So let's say we have course 1, and then this is the description. There's a little image field for an icon. So here we're actually you can upload your image. This is going to be the little icon that's going to display. So it's better to upload like an actual icon that doesn't have like a square background around it. But if you have, if that's what you want to use, that's fine. But if I can show you what the square will look like. I think we already have an actual program for one of the cities that has an actual icon without the square. So I'll just add in 3 of these real quick. Okay, so then you can add as many courses as you need to that. Program instructors. So if we have instructors for this program, let's say if it was a boot camp. Well, actually, first, let me show you here. And if we need to tweak this, let me know. So here where it actually says, now this heading is going to be the heading that displays above the actual instructors.
Gotcha.
So, and one thing is on the design though, I just want to mention this, Bootcamp instructors actually has instructors listed on the Bootcamp page, but I don't see instructors on other program pages that are non-Bootcamp.
Well, I have a template here where it says instructor/city. So it says meet the instructors in Miami, for example. And I have a template that shows instructors.
Is it Bootcamp instructors?
Nope. And then I have a separate template for Bootcamp and the Bootcamp page which shows the instructors.
Okay. Can you send me that one? I just want to make sure that I have that one. So that's good then. So are they actually on the program city page itself then?
Yes, it's part of like the program city pages. So
okay, then perfect then. Okay, good. So then this is basically the heading that's going to display above the programs. And this could be a subheading if needed. And then here in the little drop down where it says instructors, you have an option. If it was a boot camp, you can add your boot camp instructors. If it's non-boot camp for any program, you can just hit add instructors.
Gotcha.
And then you can just select all your instructors. So if we had more, we only have one created. So if you had multiple, you can just select them all and they would just all appear in this little section. Okay.
Okay, but those instructors are created separately, correct?
Yes. So this is the one that we actually created first. The first thing we did was we created bootcamp instructor, and then we created an instructor. So this is where you're actually referencing them.
Gotcha.
So whatever. So make sure that if you have a program that you need to add instructors to, that you actually add the instructors first, because you have to go and select them here.
Gotcha. Now, let me ask you a question. The layouts, if I put an uneven number of instructors, will the layout still correctly render, or does it need to be an even number?
It does not need to be an even number. Okay. So they're displaying, I had to look at the page, but I think they're like 3 or 4 across, and then it goes to the next row. Yep. So if you just have like 5, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Sidebar content on a page, again, if you want to add a button, just click that here. It's for a sidebar. Or you can leave it blank. One thing we should have done first is quarter schedule. because I actually have it required. But you know, that's okay. If you do,
no, can you open a new tab so you don't have to?
I was just going to say that I can actually open a new tab.
It would kind of suck if you have to type all that again.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So the quarter schedule is actually the schedule for, you know, all your quarters. So if you go to content, add content, and then quarter schedule, this would be, let's say we have a winter quarter and the application deadline is, I don't know.
But it would be something like 2017 winter quarter so that we can differentiate from the different, right?
Okay. Yeah, this could be whatever you want. Okay, application deadline would be, let's say I just picked the 26th, that hasn't arrived yet. Start date, I don't know, the 30th. Date, I'll put it as like February 24th. And then just hit save, that's it. That's all you need.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you go back here, and for your quarter, we need to select, oh, I already had one in there. But so this is the 2017 we just created.
Right.
And actually, this should be a multi-select, shouldn't it? Because you need to add multiple ones, do we not?
Yes, they should be able to. Well, you have here add another item, no? Click on it. I think you just can eat. No, that's something else. No, there you go.
Yeah, I guess we could do it this way too. Okay, I was thinking of maybe making it a chosen, but this actually works better because you can visually see it better. So, okay, so here you can actually add as many as you need. Okay, so this is going to be, so how I figure this is because the countdowns on the page for the program cities have like a full width background image going across the page behind it. Correct. So I figured probably the best way to do it would be to add a image upload field here. So that way we can use this file, so that way you can change it, you have control over it. So that way if you want to change it, you can go here, just edit it, upload a new picture, and this is what's going to display behind that countdown timer.
Now let me ask you a question. See how you added two quarters?
Yes.
So one is empty. How would I remove one that I accidentally add?
Oh yeah, it's not. That's a good point. It's not actually showing. You could probably just delete it like that, because honestly I don't know why there's not a thing there. Let me check that though, the delete field. But as long as you have one, it shouldn't be a problem, because it's a required field, because we need some kind of countdown for the page. So if you added like winter quarter, then you say, oh wait, I don't want that, just delete it from there. But I want to see if I can figure out a way to actually remove this field.
And the next question is, in which order should we have these? Is the top one the first one that's going to get rendered, or?
No, actually, it should be being pulled from whatever the next date is.
It doesn't matter which sequence they're here.
Exactly.
We have them.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, because it's actually not reading these. It's just reading all the reference fields and then the dates from those. If that makes sense. Yep. Let me make a note of that, though. The quarter schedule. We need to see if we can figure out a way that we can remove a field if needed. Okay. So here's the background image.
And can I make a comment that's not related to this, what we're doing right now?
Sure.
Your computer's about to die.
Oh, 11%. Good catch, thanks. There we go. I just plugged it in. Thank you. That would not be good. No. Okay, so this, I'm going to see if I can hide this based on the program selected. So if you scroll up here, I think it's at the top. Let's go to the top. You know how this one is not a boot camp?
Right.
So I want to try to hide it and only make it appear if you select the boot camp.
That would be cool, yes.
Because I don't want confusion there. So basically, this is your boot. If this was a boot camp, let's say, you would go to add schedule, and this is just going to be like the little title text that's going to appear like,
Right.
guest speaker, and then this could be a little description about it. I don't know, George Smith presenting whatever, blah, blah, blah. So that's what that is. And then you can add as many as you want here. See, now the plan is for this, this is actually going to print in the order that you have them. So
Is this for that
the
time
vertical?
frame?
Yeah, that's that
Okay.
vertical alignment
Perfect.
that goes down.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
Okay, whatever. So let's say you decide, you need to move them. You can just easily just move them however you want.
Right.
But they're going to be rendered in the order that you have them here. So just make sure that you have them as you want. And hopefully that should be it. So let's save it. My internet's a little slow, so. Okay, so this is going to be, as you notice, like some of them I don't have hover text on.
Right.
So this is what it looks like with the hover text. I can move that spacing closer too.
Yeah.
But if you don't have hover text,
They can match the theme basically.
Yeah. That's just a little styling tweak. So this will be your main heading for the program itself. If you have a heading, it'll display here your body text, and then these are basically the accordions. So you can have as many of those as you want.
All right, now make sure that you're using the correct styling for the accordions, because the spacing needs to be tighter and the gray needs to go.
I can take a look at that. I want to
Yes.
go back anyway and, make sure all the colors and things like that. I've been trying to work on that, so I'm going section by section. So
Perfect. Okay.
I'll take care of that. And these are the program instructors. So this will be the heading that we entered in the subheading. And basically, your program instructor is going to display. So if you have, multiples display in this section here. So we just have one for now.
And it's 4 across, correct?
It's either 3 or 4. I forget what the design has.
Yeah, I think it's 4, because mine have 4. I just want to make sure that you still,
Okay.
because I know we've had different versions at one point, so I just want to make sure that your version matches mine.
Yeah, I can actually go if you want me to add in, but I'd have to create 3 more instructors and then edit this page and add them. But either way.
No, that's fine. We'll add them over here, and then I'll let you know if it's correct or incorrect.
Okay, that sounds good. And then the admissions person, I'm doing tweaks to that too, so ignore the styling. This is in my template. I see that. So basically, I'm just working on the templates and making sure all the styling and everything matches up. But basically, the courses that you added, this is like little title of the course and the description, and then this is going to be your icon. So, here I have squares, but they would look better. I think on my other page, I have another program for Miami for some program, and it actually has little icons. So you can see the difference between squared and not squared.
Okay.
So they would just align, across the top, like 3 and then 3 under it, and just go down the page. International students. So actually I want to show you that, how I got that there. I'm just going to go to my content page. So that is actually a basic page. So I'm just going to filter down. If you ever need to filter down for anything, again, just select the content type that you want to see and then hit filter, and it'll show me only the basic pages. So international students, I filled in all the fields. This is just a basic page. So I just filled in all the fields for that. Under menu settings, I clicked provide a menu link, and I put whatever I want the title to read, which is international students. Under parent item, it's going to show you now this is where you want this page to appear. So right now I have it appearing in the main navigation. There's programs, and then under programs we have, the main account planning and art direction program pages. And then art direction actually has Miami art direction page.
Correct.
And I want this particular international students page, let's say, to appear under Miami art direction. So I would just select that here,
Okay.
and then save the page. Now, if you go back to the page that we were just on, whatever that was, since this is a Miami, wait, where did I put it? Under Miami?
You put it under Miami Art Direction.
Art Direction. So why is it, what's this one looking to? Either way, I'll check that out when I get off the call with you, find out the path. But that's basically how you add submenus. So you would just select where you want it to appear in the menu structure. And what this does, this sidebar block here, is going to be printing out pages. So let's say I have an international students page and I physically put it under Miami copywriting, where I just showed you, right? And I save the page. When I'm actually visiting Miami copywriting, I'm going to see all those sub pages that physically appear under that. So this is actually basically constructed based off of what page you're on and the structure that you actually add your pages in. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's the only way to really know like how to print the menu, because it doesn't know like what pages belong where unless you physically put them there.
Okay.
So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. But I want to check this because I actually had this, and I don't think I have 2 international students pages. So I think there's another content type. Yes. So I have an events content type as well. I want to show you so you can start adding content into that as well. Did I enable it? Did not. And I think this should be the last one. So if you get a content, and then event, this is going to be for the events section. Don't mind me for a second. Just enabling the fields. It does this for some reason automatically, just puts them in hide mode. That's for the labels. I don't want the labels to display. So that's what that is.
You know what you're doing.
Just ignore me for a second.
Are these the content types as they would appear after being imported from code? Or?
Yeah, and for some reason, when you export it to code and then you enable it on another site, for some reason by default it's actually hiding all your fields, even though when I'm exporting them they're not hidden. So then I just have to re-push them to be visible again, which is kind of odd. It doesn't do that in D7. So okay, so now let's go add an event. So this is going to be event number 1. And this is your body for the event. Whatever the details are. The event, you're going to choose a year.
Is it possible to sort that year so that it's inversed? Like, because by default it's starting at like 1900 or something.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that by default. I'll see what I can do about fixing that. It's kind of odd. It's kind of really weird, actually. Why would it go back in time?
Because it's more likely we'll go in the future than...
Right. Let me make a note of that, actually. Rotate. Okay.
And if possible, I think the most we'll ever schedule an event in the future could be a year, if I'm not mistaken. Or realistically, Ralph says 2 weeks. Yeah. But so yeah, so
yeah, I'll fix that because
like maybe 1 or 2 years in the future, it'd be great because that way we don't have to scroll so much.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, actually. Let me fix that. I'll revisit this, but this is basically where you enter 2029. So let's say we want it in May, and then you pick your date, and then this would be. I wonder if there's a way to actually make this better.
If you can use like a calendar instead, like a.
Yeah, actually, that's what it was. Actually, let me check something. Because typically it is a calendar. And I added in.
Select. You said select.
Oh, that's why. I was gonna say, why doesn't this seem right to me? Let me do it again. Because the other dates all had a. Yeah, see, this is more like it. This is event 1. This is some text for it. And then here's your calendar. Boom. Okay. So let's say we want it, I don't know, we're going to have it on February 25th. And then we're going to have it at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And then here you just select, you can select AM, PM, this, or you can just hit your up or down arrow on your keyboard.
Yeah, that's significantly better.
Yeah, definitely. And then image, if you want an image to appear, you can add that here. And Pablo, this is this not, because we never had a design and I'm trying to do the theming for this. Are we just doing the same way we did it as the blogs?
What do you mean, the event pages?
Like the layout?
You know what? Pippa's actually, she was actually here.
Because she sent me, I think, I got
Let me get it really quick, because maybe she can give you an idea, or at least.
Yeah, because I was going through my emails and I have like so many, and I'm trying to keep track of them. And
I don't think she actually did send you anything for event. I could be wrong.
I remember she had said something about them. I'll check what I'll do is let me check my email again, because I know she had emailed once about the event, but it wasn't a design. I want to see what she said about it again, and then take it from there.
All right, so Ralph managed to drag her in. She's kicking and screaming. She didn't want to come here.
So.
We have.
Hi, Pippa.
Well, we have the camera off because we don't want to
okay. Yeah.
So she's here.
Okay, so real quick again, the events section. I have the content type, and they're going to be entering content form. I just want to make sure, as far as like the design, the layout, is it similar? You had mentioned in an email, but I'm trying to recall. Was it to the blog? Is that kind of how we want to lay these out?
Yes.
Okay. So like kind of like the blog index page, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You didn't know, I think, was with historical stuff, because those are actually pages that are really great. How do we do that? How do we?
I'm sorry, wait, what was I didn't get your question.
So she was wondering about historical stuff. What happens to events that are past due? I mean, that are past.
We can create like an archive link.
Mm-hmm.
And we can put that in the sidebar if you want, so that it'll show like the dates. Like I can have, I don't know, like by year or however you want to filter that down on the side. But I can have the main page be the same, similar to the blog.
Mm-hmm.
For the content. So that's kind of like all I really needed to know. It's just like how to do that.
Newsletter. I don't want the newsletter part of it. Sign up on there, of course.
Oh, right. Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah, but I think that works well with 3 across, right?
Yes.
And it needs to sort by location the same way. That's good.
Oh, I don't have the location field. That's no problem. I can add that in like 5 seconds. So location, yes. Okay. So basically it'll just filter out by location, right? Because we're having the link on the other location page. So, okay, that makes sense. Okay. So I guess what we'll do then is in this image field here, are you going to have images for these or no?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So is it just going to be like one image per event?
Yes. I believe so.
Okay, perfect. Because then I can just pull in this image to display in replace of like the featured image, and then just display some of the content like that.
Thumbnail, right? And when the person clicks on the image on the event itself, viewing the event, do you want a larger image at the top?
Yes.
So it's really 2 images. Unless you want to repeat the same image, just larger and smaller.
I was thinking of repeating the same image, I think larger and smaller, but we could just load it. We could load the same image twice, because you'd have to, because one is small res and one is high res, right?
Well, no, once you load it once, she has the profile that allows you to save more.
Yeah, if you want to use the same image for, the large image and, like the featured image on the event page, that's fine. I can just use whatever image you upload here and just have it.
Can you just copy the blog so that way if I want to use multiple images, it's a slider, but if we don't, it doesn't?
Yes.
So if we just load one, there's one. If we load two, it'll flip one to the next one.
Yes, we can do that. Okay.
That's easy, right? Because you're copying the same basic code.
Yeah, sort of. I can't physically like edit and clone it, so I have to manually go in and add it, but I can have one up and, and just make sure it matches the other one. There's no problem. I can just physically do it field by field. The view itself, though, I can clone, so that's good. And then just change that as needed. But the actual content type, I have to physically add the fields, but no worries. Okay, so copy the blog events. All right.
Anything else?
I think that is it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
When she runs away, you can't catch her. Sure.
Okay. Just making a note here. All right, good. So that clarifies that. So yeah, so that'll actually be easy because once I actually have the content I type up and we have content, I can just replicate the blog view and that'll pretty much take care of that. I think that should actually cover testimonials. I want to show you, they're pretty simple. So these are the review page. So these are the testimonials that people are going to, because on the design we have, on some of the designs we have like the slider that has the different reviews that people had given. Mm-hmm. So this is where you add those. Create testimonial. Okay, so the title would just be for your reference. Let's see. Review one. Let's see what that is. The author, John Doe. The author title. These are the fields that are on the design to be displayed. So again,
and that CEO is all over the place.
I know. I don't know what else to put. This is the background image. So per review, you can upload a different image.
Well, there's two. There's one at the top for the hero, and there's one midway.
Yes, there's one, I think, there's on the review page itself, there's actually 3 of them. There's one for clients, one for graduates, and one for something else. And then I think we're also using the review on like the bottom or something of, I got to look at the designs. It's a location. One of the other pages has a review as well, slider. So this is your background image for this particular review slide. The testimonial type, if it belongs to, and we can add more of these, just let me know beforehand because I can alter the views. So right now,
I think it's clients, graduates,
instructors
and brands.
Brands, okay. I wasn't sure of that one. Okay, I'll add that one. Okay.
And I don't think it's clients. I think it's agencies.
Oh, I think the design had clients, so change it to agencies.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my template that Pippa just printed out for me. And it has grads, instructors, brands, and agencies.
Oh, that's different from what I have. Can you send that one to me?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, if you have it.
Well, I don't have it, but I'm going to instruct Pippa to send them over.
Okay. You can even take a picture of it with your phone if you want and then just text it to me or email it to me. That'll work. Because the one I have just has these 3. So this will just be like selecting whatever it belongs to. And here's the testimonial self, like, Miami Ad School is great. And then you just save it, and that's it. And then they are going to be automatically pulled in and I have views created. Like, for instance, the agencies will have one that's pulling in all of the agency reviews, another one for instructors, and then they'll be displayed on the actual review page itself, and then those testimonial sections. So that's what they are.
Yeah.
And I think that should actually cover all of the content types, unless you can think of something else.
Well, let me think. What is newsletter issue?
Newsletter issue. So newsletter is what we're using for gathering the email addresses. So you can ignore that.
Okay.
But so basically, let me find where the newsletter is. The configuration for it. I think I might have showed you guys where last time. I don't remember. Let me see what the URL is. Config services. Okay, so if you go to configuration and then go to web services right here, and then simple news, I created a newsletter called blog. And if you edit that, this is just the blog newsletter. So this is what we're using to actually, people can enter their email addresses to subscribe, and then you're going to get all the emails. So these are just some settings that we can select.
Can we find out if there's a way to integrate that into our MailChimp?
Oh, no. Yeah.
That would be actually the best. We can manage our newsletters.
So that's what you use? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I think you called that before. I think there is a MailChimp integration with Drupal. So I'll check that off when I get off the call with you.
Okay.
And here are the change this information. If you scroll down and you go to send your information, you can change this. I have it set to Miami Ad School, and here you can actually change the email address. Just keep this as is. So you don't really need to touch anything besides, the sender information if you need to.
Gotcha. Okay.
But that's actually where that newsletter block automatically is created.
Okay.
Trying to think here. The contact forms.
Now, let me ask you another. I'm trying to think. Yeah, the contact. We need the contact pages. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
So structure. If you go to structure, contact forms, click on that. Here, I actually created them all.
But how do we display them on? Do we have a page for them yet, or not yet?
Yes. So basically, if I clicked on Atlanta,
Okay.
this is Atlanta's contact form, where it has the map of the actual address that you had sent to me.
Okay.
So here you can actually add more or change them if you need to. Like, let's say.
But how do I view them? How can I add them to a menu item? For example, they should be available.
Yeah, we have that view. It's going to be on locations page, I think it is, at the top, and then it's going to have all the different cities listed out, which are actually going to physically link to each of the contact forms.
Well, we also are going to have a generic contact form, remember? That has the list of the cities at the top?
Yes. So when you go to /contact, the design for that was the list of all the cities at the top of the page, and then it had like that giant image that you said the repeat, remember? And then at the top of the page, if you clicked on one of the cities, that would actually...
Now it doesn't actually work. How do I get that contact page back?
Let me go to the link. What page? Oh, so this was a basic... The contact right now is going to be a basic page that's going to display that view that I have on the top of the page. That's going to list all the cities, and then we can upload an image that's going to display behind it, below it, I mean.
So is that something you do then?
Yeah, I can do it. You actually just mentioned there's going to be a separate contact form. Did you want another contact form?
No. It's just that we
You just
had,
meant the contact page and then all the sub pages, right?
so that we can click and view.
Yeah. I had that before, but I think when I had to redo the content type, yeah, we had to wipe the pages away. So I'll recreate that for you. No problem. That was just because that's a matter of just placing that view that I have at the top of the page and then just uploading an image to it. And yeah, so I'll take care of that. Actually, let me put that on my list. Okay. Yeah, so the contact forms. Each location has one right now.
Okay.
And if you need to add one, we can. So basically, if someone filled out the message and hit send to contact like Alana, like the Alana form, if you go to this page that I just showed you, and then click on view messages to whatever form, this is where all of your messages will be displayed. So this is how you can check them.
And is there any way to forward a copy of that or alert a person at a particular location? Is that possible?
There is.
Wait, come back to contact settings.
Yes.
What is that?
I haven't used that before. Swift mailer is needed. I'm not sure Swift mailer is. Maybe something new. Yeah.
Now, if that's to respond to the user that submitted their contact information, then that's not necessary. What would be nice is to alert or send a copy to someone at that location.
Yeah, they actually do have that. Where is it? Okay, click on the little drop down next to it and go to edit. Okay, and this is going to be recipients. So this is where I can send, I can put like my email to, I can put as many email addresses as I want.
Perfect, okay.
So just make sure you separate them with a comma.
Sounds good, okay. Perfect.
And here as well, you can actually change the thank you message that they'll receive.
You can provide a redirect path and everything. These all work? Yep. Perfect.
Yeah, we can add all that in here, whatever you need. And yeah, so that's all right there. These are the fields. So if we needed to add another field, let's say you wanted to gather some other piece of information from person, you would do that right there. Trying to think of what else. And going back to the actual forms themselves, if you needed to add another one for whatever reason, how I did these rather than physically create them all, there's a good thing that they have now is clone. So I can just clone it and create a new one. So I can clone that whole form. So what it'll do is actually clone all the different fields in there and everything. So all you'd have to do is just change, Atlanta to Georgia or whatever,
Okay.
Whatever information. But I can always do that for you if you need to. Trying to think of anything else. You already have admissions people, the blog, student work, basic pages.
Yeah, I think that covers the more, right? And then the menus, you showed us that already.
Yeah.
Taxonomy already showed us that, right?
What was the last one?
The taxonomy, you already showed us those.
Yeah, so again, I'll just show you again. So taxonomy, if you go to structure, taxonomy, and whichever one you want to edit, if you went to, I don't know, let's say language, you need to add another language. Here you can just add a term.
Now, can I ask you another question?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, once we're done with this initial phase, obviously we wanted to rehire you for phase 2, which was to convert this into a multi-language site.
Yes.
So as it sits and in the direction we're heading, are we heading in that direction?
We should be good.
Okay.
Yes, because that's one thing that Drupal 8 has, is that it's supposed to be a million times better with multi-language support and everything. And there's plugins and things like that you can utilize, and a lot of the all the custom blocks and everything can be are translatable. So we should be good with that.
Okay. Perfect.
And yeah, I think that's all I can think of right now, unless you had any other questions.
Blog, has anything changed in blog?
Oh, so I'm doing some font tweaks and stuff like that. But I finally got the page working, thank goodness.
Other than that, so I was going to tell you, you see where it says the date? No, not date. Sorry, the design new tag. You see those tags?
Yes.
Pippa said to remove those.
Okay.
The read me more button should actually just be a link.
What do you mean a link?
That should just be a link, not a button.
Oh, okay. So you just, because I know.
If you look at the design.
Yeah, the design just had that border around it. I actually added the color because to make them consistent throughout the site, but I can remove it and just have the border around it to match the design. And then when you
see, I think what she was going for is just the link itself.
And not have the border around it like the design has?
Yeah, no, my version doesn't. And I think when she sent it to you, she probably just didn't realize it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was probably just copied or something.
It was probably like very light, and on her screen, she probably couldn't see it well, and so she thought it was just a link, and then she probably pushed that.
So it'll just have just physically the word read more. Do you want me to put the little, what are they called? The chevron arrows next to it?
Yeah, chevron or triangle, something, yeah.
Okay.
And the other thing is the images themselves should be able to click into the blog post.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's easy. Okay, the read more link, just making that a link, okay. All right, remove the tags, link the image. Let me click on one of them actually. Okay. And here too, I'll change them on this one as well then.
Yeah.
And all the blogs. All right, that sounds good. I'm going to change the font too to match the design like I did on the index page. Because this is actually clickable too, so this will take you to it, but I'll link the image as well.
Yeah, we want the image, the title, and the read me more to be the 3 ways a person can click to view.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. Yeah, and if there's other things that you're seeing, because I know like I'm matching them up to the design, so there's probably things that I'm in the process of fixing that you'll notice. But as you're going along, things you want to change, just keep emailing me. I guess it's probably easier because then I can go through your emails and just make sure I make the tweaks as I go along.
Yeah, I'm gonna start adding this again to the issue tracker so that you have them there.
Okay. One thing I wanted to mention about the hero, because I'm working on that, and you know how you said that some of the heroes, like I know the homepage, for example, I can set that with CSS, but I'm wondering if maybe I should add another selection. You know how we have static hero slider? Maybe I can have one that says like tall hero. So maybe I'm thinking maybe the static hero will be like the smaller one. Like you can tell me whatever your dimensions are.
Well, you can say that, yeah, you can call it like a standard hero or large hero or something like that.
Yeah, because then maybe the large one, just let me know though, because typically like if you look at all the themes, like even a wander theme, like they specify the height and 100% width and then how high they want it, because otherwise it can keep going down the page. And if you do a scale, sometimes it doesn't scale properly and the width might actually break. So if you have a tall hero, do you want it to be full page, like cover the whole, like if you were looking at this page, it would cover the whole page?
Yeah, so heroes should always touch. Pippa's templates have a border, but that's accidental.
Okay.
Meaning,
so,
like if you look at my printouts, I'm pretty sure yours have the same issue, is you'll see around the hero a white border, like it's not touching the edge. Yeah, and that's not really the intention. So it should be full screen always.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, got that. And as far as like the height goes, though, because this is one thing that like I want to try to finish ASAP as the hero, get that cleared away. Because that's like a big thing. I got to revamp it because I'm doing the parallax thing now. I'm working on, but the size of it, I want to make sure it's the size that you guys need. So when you're saying tall, how tall are we talking?
If you
want
look
it
at
to be
the city
full.
location, you see how it has a very tall image for the hero there, which is about the same size as the one. Or, yeah, let me see. Yes,
Which
just
page
look at
is
that template. You'll see. You'll get an idea.
What page did you say?
City location, the template.
The student work, you mean? Or you said student location?
No, city location.
Oh, on the actual design.
Yes, if you look at the
Do
template.
you have it up on your screen? Would you be able to send it to me? Because I'd have to log into my Gmail and go search for it and everything.
I do not, because all what I did was
Okay.
I had people print them for me, so I have just basically
Okay.
printed screenshots on my board.
So by looking at it, I can see that it's tall. So is your vision when you look at it on the page, is it going to be the full height of the page? Or do you want it to go down to like a certain part? You know what I mean?
Ralph is going to take a picture of the template I'm referring to, and he's going to send it to you.
Okay.
Send her, if you want, can you send her city location, testimonials, and what was the other one? And instructors.
Do we need to go down the whole thing?
Yeah, so if you can zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole page, that'd be the best.
I can do a pan. I don't know if that will go through a message. See it?
If you get them on your phone and you can send them via Skype, that'd be awesome too.
You know what else I noticed too? I want to check at the CSS. But I know like different browsers rendered that overlay differently. Because if you look at Safari, you see how it's like really dark.
Let's see if this pan will.
Okay. Can you send it via email?
Email? Yeah.
Yeah. Denise's email is.
It's a long one.
Just let me know when you're ready.
I'll go.
So it's DF.
Yeah.
ED. OROW. YCZ @gmail.com. So she basically just randomly typed characters and then at gmail.com. Did you hear me, Denise? Did you hear what I said?
I caught like a part of it.
Like Denise basically just typed random characters and then
Yeah.
said at gmail.com.
I know. That's pretty much.
No, I'm kidding. It's her last name. Fedorowicz. Something like that. What is it again?
Fedorovich.
Fedorovich.
Yeah, that's perfect. Actually,
I think she's Russian and she doesn't want to say anything.
no.
This is
Ukrainian.
medium size.
Okay, so he sent you a test via email just to
Email?
see if, yeah.
See if it's going to go through it. If that's the size that is good enough for you.
Okay. I'm waiting for it to load on my phone. Didn't come through yet. It's probably going to take a few minutes because it's yeah, I still didn't get it yet. It's probably because it has a couple attachments taken it. Yep, there it is. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, is that enough detail for you?
Yeah, that should be good because I think this is actually similar to the ones that I have.
But if you notice, that hero is actually taller
Yeah. So
by maybe 50% or so of the originals.
now when you zoom in on this, like if you were fully zoomed in, you're looking at this page in your browser. Let me just open it. Did I open it? No, what the heck? Come on. There's so much crap in my email.
Well, we all.
All right, so I wonder if that's the same one that I have. Is it? Is this the same one that you guys have?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So if I was to zoom in, it looks like this. Is this how she wants it? Like she wants the background image to be almost full page?
Let me see.
Or-
It could be that was the intention. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a hold of her.
So,
She wants to show you here first really quick.
okay,
So if she shows you that slider,
where does this go to Miami?
yes, full width, this is what it looks like. So you will not see part of the bottom. So she'll include like an arrow coming down or something. And
Now, almost no one's gonna look at a screen that big. Can I see what that looks like on a laptop? Okay.
she is on a laptop.
Oh, that's her computer you're looking
Yeah.
at, I forgot.
The thing is, we have it zoomed on mine, but
Mhm.
she's looking at it on what a laptop size would be.
Because what I was thinking is, how right now we have like a static hero, a slider, and the video hero. Since you want to have different size sliders, I was thinking the static one, we can change it, we can keep it so it's just, I guess the shorter hero. And then we can add another one. So it's going to be, we can call it like tall heroes. And we can make it, whatever your size that you're thinking is for the tall. But I'm not sure if you want it to be, like when I look at it on my page, is it going to take up my whole screen? Or did you want it cut off before that?
Okay, here's the story. If it's the top menu image for student work, or the blog, or some of these others, they all need to be kind of a standard size. Like how to get a student visa, how to get financial aid, student work. Those all have a very light ghosted image behind it. And they should all only be tall enough to accommodate the type. The image is just a hint of what's going on.
Okay, so they would be more like the static hero that I have now. I can adjust it so that'll be like the shorter hero.
Exactly.
It should be about 400 pixels high.
I don't know.
That's like ours. I think our current ones are.
Yeah, I can change it to 400 pixels and then I'll show it to you and then you can see, is that work for you or not? And then we can just change the height of it. For the tall one though, like if you want to add a taller hero to pages, I can give you the option for that. I just need to know like how tall do you want it to cover the screen or do you want it?
Yes, so let's talk about the ones for the student visa, financial aid, and student work.
Okay.
Those should be the same height as on the Wander thing. Whatever they do looked good. I liked that.
Okay. All right, because I think the Wander is like, yeah, it's like the short hero, right? You're referring to?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the short one. Because I know that's not big. I don't think that's even 400 pixels
Yes.
big.
And
Okay.
then the type should be centered vertically within there. Does that make sense? There's a little bit above and a little bit below.
Okay, so I'll make the static hero then fit that exact height as the Wander theme has it, and then your text will be inside centered. Okay.
Perfect.
So then they'll all be the same.
Yes.
So
Except that
mhm.
for the blog, it might be a little longer because you have that fill-in, the newsletter fill-in, to sign up for it.
Right. Okay. Trying to think. I mean, I can actually try to target that specific page and change the CSS so the height of that particular one is taller. Otherwise, what I'll do is like the standard hero. When you add that to any page, whatever one uses the standard hero, they're always all going to be, the standard hero is always going to be the same dimensions, which
Yep.
is set through CSS. So the one on the blog, though, that's different from the other ones that are even taller, like this one, Go to School in Miami, then, huh?
No. So then the blog one is exactly like the others, except that it's slightly taller
Slightly taller, okay.
to accommodate the newsletter thing, because we have an extra field that goes
Right.
on.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's no problem. I'll just make sure that fits. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
But
that's good.
the type should be exactly the same.
Okay, so as long as you're using static hero on whatever page it is, I'll have the styling set to be a particular height to match the Wander theme.
Right.
Okay.
Then, when we go to the main
Mhm.
programs and locations page,
Okay.
also the contact us, I do believe, those have to accommodate a menu.
Yes.
So those then become however long they need to be. They're the same treatment though. There's still that ghosted image
Mhm.
where it's like whitish behind it,
Right.
but it then has to accommodate that stuff. So
Right.
it's going to be taller.
Right.
Denise,
Yes.
so what I'm seeing is that for the standard one, for the, what is this one?
International students, financial aid.
Right. And the blog, all those should be basically, if you style them to have a min height, and then whenever you add more stuff to it, they should stretch naturally. You can do the test yourself. That should work. So that way we can, for those three, you can use just a standard one. And then on the blog alone, you can add the extra piece, and it should be able to still stretch further down.
Yeah, I mean, the blog won't be a problem. I can just alter that one so it's, it obviously fits the newsletter block. And I know the other ones that are going to have the menu at the top obviously are going to be larger because they have to make sure that the links cover the background image.
Right, and then, okay, and that's the thing is, so that same trick can be applied to those because as these menus grow and shrink as needed, the bottom half of it basically needs to follow that. So you can't set a static height because if we happen to add a few more schools, then we'll probably have some weird artifact, or if we happen to shift and move schools out, then we'll have a huge gap at the bottom.
Right, okay. So
you may want to set a minimum height with the CSS using min height,
yeah.
and then allow it to stretch down as much as needed.
So
and you
I'm
just
doing that
adding so that it doesn't bump the bottom.
Right. Well, as far in regards to other ones, though, like the locations pages.
Now I wanted to talk about the location page.
Oh, okay.
What I was just standardizing so you would know how those worked.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Now, for the location pages, I would like them all, if possible, to be the same height, whether it's an image, a video, or the street view. We just need to figure out what that size is. Does that make sense?
Yes. We just got to figure out, exactly what that size is then. If you want it to be full coverage of the page. So like if you can see my screen, like.
Yes, I would prefer that it not be full coverage because I would like to be able to see the line underneath this so that I know something else is happening.
But Denise, the size that you're showing right now could work. Maybe it's at smaller because if you notice, you have a huge gap above the image. That image will actually touch the edge of the browser.
Yeah, if you went like that,
so
I mean, this image is big, but I mean, we can cut it off, let's say, like somewhere down here.
Right.
And just leave like a special area so that way you can see there's more content on the page.
Right. Okay. Good.
Yes, I was expecting it to be cropped somewhere at the top, the bottom, wherever. I like seeing their feet though. But anyway.
We could adjust the image.
Yeah.
We could crop the image differently.
Okay. So this would be bigger. So
you were able to put that type over even the Google Street View?
which Google Street View? I noticed that in one of the things that when I edited the page, I saw there was content, there was like a map or something added, but it wasn't physically displaying on the page. I didn't know it was there until I edited it.
So I forgot to mention that Pippa would, if you go to our current website and you go to the Miami location, that's the internal view.
That's what she has. Wasn't that what we were looking at? Or was that a static view?
No, that image that you're looking at the top, yes, but it's a static image.
Oh.
It's not this.
Oh, okay.
So Pippa started to, we created it, basically an internal tour using the Google Insight 360 or whatever it's called, so that students can actually preview the school, walk through it. So we would like to, the option to include this instead of that image for that hero.
Well, we would like for a location for the people to have the chance to put a slideshow, video, which is an image, it would just be one image, video, or 360 tour. So like in Miami, I would do the 360 tour because we have it. But Mexico City may not have that and they just want to do a slideshow, but Madrid may have this awesome video. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. So am I disabling the static hero then on all locations?
No. We basically want to choose between the three. We want.
Yeah, she mentioned slideshow and video or 360, so I'll keep the static in there too then.
Correct.
What's the static? Isn't the static the same as a slideshow, but with just one view?
No, but so she has it so you can add it just as a static image, which is better because it loads less crap.
Okay.
Should. Yeah, take care of them.
See if the time on page has increased for Miami. It's been the past 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm going to install another tool. It's simple to use in that. It tracks the same data. A lot of people are using it because instead of interpreting that, it crunches the numbers for you. I'll show it to you after this.
Okay.
And this tour, is this just like embed code that you're going to paste in there?
Yeah, it's basically an iframe right now.
Okay.
So I don't know if we could do a little bit more research to see if there's a better way of doing it, because getting the iframe is a bit of a pain in the butt, to be honest.
Okay.
But the only way we can do it, then we'll plug in the URL and you generate the iframe. I'll send you. Well, I embedded that code there. You can copy it if you want.
Okay, I'll take a look at that and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just add the 360 tour feature to it too, so that way you can put that up there. But if they go with the static on the location page, it's going to be the taller one. So, okay. Let me work on this and try to get this hero whole thing figured out. And I'll touch base with you, Pablo, too, about the embed code and everything if I need it.
Okay.
If I have any questions about that, getting that working. Okay, then I think I'm okay for that. I think I understand what you need.
Students are looking at it here. Yeah, because they have them this week, so. Yeah, just last week. Yeah. So, that one's 14%.
All right, so are we done or are we missing anything?
I think we got all the types covered. So I
Okay.
guess unless you have anything, questions or anything
No, I think that's
at this
pretty
part.
good.
Okay.
Next week is down.
All right, well, I guess we'll cut it here and,
Okay.
She handed out some shots.
no, I think she has them in her, Google.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
All right, Denise, we're gonna stop the recording here.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an upward trend.